Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our Alaska adventure. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Al. Over there is Bill, my son-in-law, and this is Zach, my grandson-in-law. So our family has kind of had this philosophy for a very long time, and that's it, that it's never too late to fulfill the dreams that you want to accomplish, even though some of them might seem very, very far-fetched and sometimes even impossible. So Bill and I decided that we were going to go to Alaska. This started probably about, I would say 10 years ago. So Bill, tell us how we got through this journey of planning this thing.
Yeah, thanks, Al. So we've been planning, like you say, for about 10 years to do this. It started way down in Arizona, actually, when we were snowbirding out there. And about 10 years ago, we purchased a big old enclosed trailer down there. And we figured, yep, we're going to camperize that trailer, and we're going to take that to Alaska, and we're going to live happily ever after doing that. That never came to fruition. Plans changed, and we've been kicking this idea down the road for, maybe another 8 years after that. And we thought, oh, maybe we'll just get a truck and a camper. Life got in the way. We always had the dream to go to Alaska, and it kind of died off for a bit. We didn't talk about it. Yeah. And then while I was in BC, I had this great idea, because I've been riding motorcycles for about 10 years. It's just like, I want to go to Alaska on a motorcycle, but I didn't want to go by myself. So this guy over here, I figured, well, I'll see if maybe if I get a big enough bike, I'll get him to sit in the two-up position, and then we can go to Alaska together on one motorcycle. How'd you like that idea?
Yeah, well, I still remember when he said that. He said, we could ride two up. We could go up there, and so I kind of thought about that for a millisecond and thought, geez, 10,000 kilometers on the back of somebody's bike at my age probably will not work. So, we kind of chuckled and started exploring. Well, you know what, maybe we could go if I got my own motorcycle. So we looked at two-wheelers, and of course I'm 74 years old, maybe not quite the safest thing in the world, especially
74. Are you sure you're 74?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm 74 years old. And I guess we thought, well, maybe I should look at a three-wheeler. And so it came about that I decided, if we're going to do this trip, then a three-wheel bike is probably the way for me to go. So I bought a Can-Am Spyder, and that is what I'm going to be using to travel to Alaska.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that way we can all come back together as a group of three.
That's right. That's right.
So then we were also thinking, because Zach, my son-in-law, we spend tons of time together hunting and fishing and camping, just overall spend a lot of time together. So we thought, because Zach really loves the outdoors and fishing and exploring and just the outdoors in general, we thought, wow, see if Zach wants to come. So Zach, why don't you tell us about how that went over?
So we were all actually living in Panama for about 5 months there just recently, and then they kept chatting about it, and then I'm lucky enough to have a supportive wife that pushed me to go. So I have 2 young kids, 4 years old and a 2-year-old, and we'll be gone for 6 weeks. So she's been pushing me to go and do it, and so I am grateful enough for that.
You're pretty lucky.
Yeah, so
lucky.
she's gonna take care of the kiddos when I'm gone. So I got a bike last year from BC, brought it back down here, and I've had a motorcycle license since I was 16. So I've been driving a little bit since then. But yeah, lucky enough to go. I've always wanted to do a good trip. I've done trips, a few hours here and there, but nothing large, like going to Alaska, spending 6 weeks. So it'll be fun, and I really want to do the fishing. For me, that's huge. So it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. I'm not as organized as these two, so we'll see how I make out.
That's
I'm sure
okay.
I'll buy a tarp.
We're super organized.
Somebody
so that
had a
makes
famous saying. What is that saying? It'll all work out.
That's
All
right.
work out.
It'll all come together.
It'll all come together.
That's the Nova Scotia saying.
It'll work out.
It'll all work out. Yes.
good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. No, I guess our organization, Bill's and I, kind of makes up for Zach's maybe a little lax in organization skills. But that's okay. He's learning.
Yeah.
That's right. By the time we get back, he'll be so organized he won't even know what hit him.
Oh, yeah, I
Or
guarantee.
he won't even want to associate with us.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
guarantee you by the first week I'll have learned. Holy, I need to change some stuff up. So it'll be fun. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So
Should be great.
yeah.
We have a YouTube channel. It's called In Motion, and on that channel, we're just go through some of the stuff that we experience, what we go through, what we see, what we learn, and some good old stories. So make sure you like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and that way you can get all the notifications for anything that comes up new. And we'll probably be trying to update, at least
Yeah.
a video a week. So we'll be
Yeah.
gone for 6 weeks, so probably about 6 videos or so. And that all depends on, what kind of
Service.
cell service we have
Right.
and coverage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, stay tuned. So our route, which is going to be we figured about 9,000 kilometers, we'll be starting in Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. We're going to go actually down south instead of north, and we're going to do a little bit of the interior of BC, head off to the west coast, jump on the Tawasin Ferry, go to Vancouver Island, head up north, and then we're going to go to Port Hardy and jump on a ferry. It's about a 15-hour ferry ride out to Prince Rupert, do the Cassiar Highway. We're going to do Hyder, Stewart, Whitehorse, Fairbanks, Homer. We're going to do Valdez.
Fishing spot.
And of course, Zach, we're going to be fishing along the way.
Yeah.
And as much as possible, do some gold panning. I brought my
Yes.
gold pan.
Yeah.
We're
We're
gonna
hoping to also boondock like camp. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the
that
time.
we can do. We're
Save
not
some
looking
money.
for campgrounds or motels, restaurants, that kind of thing. We're hoping to kind of stay a little bit away from that.
Yeah.
And do more of our own thing, more wilderness, more fishing, like Zach says, so that we get to experience a little bit more of the outdoor.
Yeah, and we bought those special bear-proof tents.
Yeah.
You can get them on Amazon. I don't have the link for them, so unfortunately you'll have to find those bear-proof tents on your own. And
That's right.
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do like Liard, Hot Springs, sort of back on the way home, and Dawson Creek, and then eventually back to Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. All right. So now that we got all that out of the way and got all our introductions done, of course we had to come up with a name for our group. We couldn't go without a name. So, what was our name?
Yeah, we came up with this never too late. It's kind of like a motto. We talked about this. I guess the never too late came up because I'm 74 years old. This was something that was on my bucket list, but not only that, the fact that I get, as a 74-year-old grandparent and great-grandparent, get to go on a trip of this magnitude on a motorcycle with my son-in-law and my grandson-in-law, which would probably, we would probably never be able to do again. This is probably going to be my last trip. I don't want to say this is my last trip, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. And so that's why we came up with never too late. It's never too late for this old guy to have a chance to go with these young guys on an epic journey.
And if, for instance, if you couldn't make it on the trip, then we could just change the name to Too Late.
That's right, that's right. We always have to have alternatives.
Yeah.
So anyways, the trip is, for me, like a 3-generation thing, and I think if you're in the same position, man,
Just do
it's never too late, just do it.
Yabba dabba doo.